Okay, good afternoon. Today we are going to start the another topic of last chapter is energy level diagram of coordination complexes, molecular orbital energy level diagram of coordination complexes. Basically here we are going to discuss how complexes are formed without pi bonding, means only including sigma bonding, how we draw the molecular energy level diagram for coordination complexes. In previous lecture, we have discussed the which orbitals are formed by metal and which orbitals are formed by ligands. So basically ligand contribute their composite orbitals and metal contribute their normal orbitals which are directly present in given metal ion. Why ligand form composite? Because ligand contribute yes or sometime combination of sp, they has dissymmetry with metal orbitals. So the perfect overlapping is happen when both the orbitals, metal orbitals and ligand orbitals has same symmetry. So that's why the ligand orbitals are make a new set of orbitals which is a composite orbitals, and that composite orbital has same symmetry as the orbitals present in metal. We use different terms, different symmetry symbols for s orbital, p orbital and d orbital. You know s orbital has a1g, p orbital we use for s orbital we use a1g is a symmetry symbol. For p orbital we use T1u. For d orbital we use Eg and T2g, because d orbital has two types of orientation out of 5. Two orbitals has the orientation along the axis, so their symmetry symbol is Eg, and the remaining three orbital which are directed between the axes, their symmetry symbol is T2g. So A means singly degenerate, G for gerade means centrosymmetry, U means ungerade, there is a non-centrosymmetric, here also G, so d orbital also gerade because having the centrosymmetry, p orbital there is no centrosymmetry. Here 1 and 2 they shows the orbital which reflect the symmetry with each other. So 1 there is no symmetry and 2 with the symmetry with the center. T1, T2 because both are triply degenerate. So there is a confusion if we use T is here also T. So for ungerade we use 1 and for gerade we use 2. So T1u and T2g both are triply degenerate. Here also 3 orbitals, D also has the another set of 3 orbitals, so their term symbol is T2g. Metal contribute these orbitals. Ligand also contribute same orbitals, but in ligands are pointing on the axis. Ligands are pointed on the axis. So that means ligand contribute A1G, T1U and EG, not a T2G, because ligand are pointing on the axis, they interact with those orbital which are oriented on the axis. So in metal part, A1 is a spherical, it around all the three axes, p orbital also along the axis x, y, z. In D, only Eg set of orbitals are oriented on the axis. Means A1G, T1U and Eg are taking part in sigma bonding from metal side. Same symmetry orbitals are formed when 6 ligand orbitals are combined, they form composite set of orbital of these 6 orbital. Here is a 1 orbital, here is 3 orbital, here are 2 orbital. So 1, 3 and 2, the total is 6 orbitals of metal taking part in combination with 6 orbitals of ligand, because there is a 6 ligand, coordination number of complex is 6. So here we are going to discuss it, how combination takes place and how we do this. So basically there is an important thing in molecular orbital theory is when two atomic orbitals are combined together, they form two molecular orbitals. When two atomic orbitals are combined together, form two molecular orbital. In that, half molecular orbitals are bonding and half molecular orbitals are anti-bonding. You already know about it. We already discussed it in a first chapter. So here also same thing, metal contribute 9 out of 9, 6 orbitals taking part in combination. From ligand also 6 orbitals are taking part in combination. So 6 from metal and 6 from ligand are combined together and form 12 molecular orbitals. 12 molecular orbitals. Out of 12, 6 molecular orbitals are bonding and 6 molecular orbitals are anti-bonding. So metal contribute 9, out of that 9 the 3 orbital which are T2G orbitals remain unparticipated, unaffected in a sigma bonding. That means this T2G set of orbitals remains as a unaffected, unparticipated. So we consider that orbital as a non-bonding orbitals. And you know, non-bonding orbital has equivalent energy with their metal orbitals. So we plot that orbitals with the same energy with the metal orbitals. But other orbitals of metal and ligand, once they combine, they form molecular orbitals. So that time it is happen, the orbitals which are bonded are decrease their energy, and the orbital which converted into antibonding, they rise their energy as compared to metal energy level and ligand energy level. So we are going to discuss here, we are going to first draw how the molecular orbital energy level diagram is drawn for the complexes which are without pi bonding. So basically first of all we are going to discuss what are present, which orbitals are combined together, and which molecular orbitals form we are going to discuss first. So metal, here is the ligand. So metal A1G combined with ligand A1G. Metal A1G combined with ligand A1G, and here molecular orbitals are formed. So these two are combined form A1G and A1G star. A1G and A1G star. So here is the bonding, is the anti-bonding. So how many orbitals are formed? Number of orbitals. Here two number of orbitals. Here number of molecular orbitals. How many number of molecular orbitals are formed? 2. 1 plus 1. So 2 atomic orbitals form 2 molecular orbitals. Second, when metal contribute their T1U, ligand also contribute T1U. Okay. So T1U, T1U are combined together and form T1U and T1U star. T1U star. So bonding and anti-bonding molecular orbital. So total T1, T means 3, so 3 plus 3 total 6 atomic orbitals are combined together form 6 molecular orbital, 3 are bonding, 3 are anti-bonding. So total number of orbitals, molecular orbitals are 6. Next, Eg, combined with Eg of ligand. So here formation of Eg and Eg star. Formation of Eg and Eg star. So Eg means doubly degenerate, 2 plus 2, the 4 atomic orbitals are combined together form 4 molecular orbitals, 2's are bonding, 2's are anti-bonding, so total 4. So how many atomic orbitals are formed? Total 12, how many molecular orbitals are formed? 12 molecular orbitals. How many atomic orbitals? 1 plus 3 plus 2, 6. 1 plus 3 plus 2, 6. So 6 plus 6 we get 12 molecular orbitals. So in metal side there is one more orbital is T2G. One more orbital is set is T2G, but there is no T2G because here we consider only sigma bonding, and T2Gs specially contribute to making of pi bond. So here ligand doesn't have the pi orbital, so only sigma bonding is to be considered. That's why here no T2G is here in the case of without pi bonding, and in the case of pi bonding Metal also contribute T2G, ligand also contribute T2G, and other remains are non-bonding. Okay, so that time we only think about the T2G and T2G. So here T2G is present as a non-bonding molecular orbital. As a non-bonding molecular orbitals. So we have one A1G, one A1G star. So when we going to draw the diagram, it is observed the energy gap between these two and these two is very large. The energy differences between A1G and A1G star is large. Also, it is found that the T1U and T1U star also having large energy difference. So, on splitting, bonding and anti-bonding, there is a large distance between these two. But these two has smaller energy difference. That means their energy gap between bonding and anti-bonding is the lower as compared with these two. So, these two has more energy differences as compared to this one. So when we going to draw the energy level diagram. So here we are going to draw how it draw. Once you understand which orbital present in metal side and which orbital present in ligand side, you can easily draw the diagram. So once you easily draw the diagram, you can explain any complexes using molecular orbital theory. So first of all, we starting from metal side. Metal, here is a ligand. Okay, metal has, first suppose we consider the metal from first transition series. So first transition series has 3d, 4s and 4p orbitals. Okay, so here we consider this one. So we consider 3d, 4s and 4p. What is the symbol? How many 3d orbitals? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can represent as a box. तुम्ही box काढू शकता. So we simply draw here boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many s orbital? 1 s orbital. How many t orbital? P orbital, 3 p orbitals. Okay. And on the other side, how many ligands? 6 ligands contribute 6 orbitals. So here we draw, but their energy is less as compared to this one. So you just represent the orbitals below it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is a 6 ligand orbitals. Okay. 3d orbital has two term symbols, Eg plus T2G. What is the term symbol for 4s? It is a A1G because S having this symmetry symbol. For P, it is a T1U. So Ag plus T2G for D, A1G for S, T1U for P. Another side, metal contribute all three energy orbitals. So it is the combination of A1G plus T1U plus Ag. So 1 plus 3 plus 2 total 6 orbitals. And just show the combination here. So first combination is A1G, A1G. So at the bottom there is a A1G. After it there is a T1U. After that Eg. So here 3 orbitals. Okay, so at the last there is a A1G, there is a A1G, then T1U, then EG, then T2G is a non-bonding, then EG star, then A1G star, and then T1U star. So I already told you there is a large difference between this T1U and T1U star, A1G and A1G star. So this is the difference. This difference is large, but this difference is very small. So this way you draw the diagrams. A1G and T1U at the lowest, and there it is just reverse the order. This order is considered as, and here is the, so you just order it is reversed, but here this order is same as here. Then we just joined it each other. So Eg is the part of this one. So Eg is coming from this. It is non-bonding. Both having, it is non-bonding, having same energy. Then T1U is here. T1U. A1G is here. Okay, so T1U attach here. A1G from this, and this Eg is the part of this, T2G also part of this, and this side you can attach all orbitals. This way. This is the molecular orbital energy level diagram, and this is the delta O, means energy, because it is, there is a one of the term used in that molecular orbital theory is there is a HOMO and LUMO terms. It is the highest occupied molecular orbital. Okay, it is a HOMO, and this is one is the lowest unoccupied, LUMO, and here is the HOMO. Means lowest unoccupied molecular orbital, highest occupied molecular orbital. So highest and lowest, there is an energy difference. This is not an energy difference. So energy difference between this T2G and Eg, this is the delta. Okay, so when there is a spectra is observed, the electron is promoted from this to this or this to this. Okay, we are going to discuss in detail. So this is all about the molecular orbital energy level diagram. So this is the molecular orbital energy level diagram. Using that diagram, we can distribute electrons in it, and when we are going to distribute electrons, filling the electrons, we apply all the principles, above principles. That means we start the filling of molecular orbital from bottom to top. So this is the increasing order. Okay, that's why we fill up the electron this way. Second, we also apply there Hund's rule of multiplicity. We cannot be pair up electron until each atomic orbital or each molecular orbital at least containing single electrons. And there is a Pauli's exclusion principle. That means we cannot be represent both the electrons in a same molecular orbital with same spin. So we always the pair of electron with the opposite spin. Okay, you well know about it. So we are going to discuss here with example. So for that we consider TiH2O6 3 plus. TiH2O6 3 plus is the complex is given to you, and explain the complex according to molecular orbital theory without pi bonding. It is the question to you. Explain the TiH2O6 3 plus complex according to molecular orbital theory without pi bonding using this diagram. So so you know what is the atomic number? Titanium has 22 atomic number, and you know what is the electronic configuration, and the electronic configuration Ar 3d 4s2 3d2. Okay, but here titanium has +3 oxidation state. So here only 19 electrons. That means here Ar 3d1 4s0. Basically here D1 system is used. What is the system? D1 means in a d orbital there is a one electron. Okay, so this is the d orbital. You just mention here one electron because 3d having one electron. And how many ligands? 6 ligands. So 6 ligands means how many total electrons? 12 electrons. Each ligand giving the 2 electrons. So there are total 12 electrons. So here the electrons, these orbitals are always completely filled because 6 ligand donate the 12 electrons. Means here how many electrons are present? 12 electrons are present. Each ligand donate 2 electrons. So from ligand 12 electrons, and from metal 1 electron. So how many total? Total 13 electrons. How many total electrons? Total 13 electrons, and we fill up the 13 electrons in molecular orbital, in a molecular orbital energy level diagram. So here, how many bonding molecular orbital? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Means 6 bonding molecular orbital require 12 electrons. So you fill up 12 electrons here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The last one is where last one is enter. So after this, the 13th electron is not enter here. After it, there is a non-bonding. So 13th electron enter here in a T2G. In a T2G. This is the molecular orbital energy level diagram. आता तुम्ही म्हणा इथं पार्टिसिपेट झाली नाही झाली पार्टिसिपेट, बट मॉलिक्युलर ऑर्बिटल एनर्जी लेवल डायग्राम मध्ये त्यांची एक एनर्जी लेवल आहे आणि बिफोर EG देर इज अ T2G इज एक्झिस्ट. सो instead of fill up electron here, first of all electron fill into T2G. So to complete the T2G here, so 14th, 15th electron. When we go into 16th electron, that time it is possible 16th here or it comes here to pair, depends on nature of ligand. की यांचा एनर्जी डिफरन्स जास्त असेल पेअरिंग पेक्षा तर इलेक्ट्रॉन पेअर अप करणार, पण पेअरिंग जास्त असेल ह्या डिफरन्स पेक्षा ते इलेक्ट्रॉन प्रमोट होणार. सो मोस्टली स्प्लिटिंग अकॉर्डिंग जसं CFT मध्ये आपण पाहिलंय ते इथं होणार. इथं विचार करायचा की तो इलेक्ट्रॉन इथं पेअर करायचा का इथं, पण इथून आधी इलेक्ट्रॉन T2G मध्येच येणार. T2G कंप्लीट होणार 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. फोर्थ इलेक्ट्रॉन जो असेल 1, 2, 3 इथे ऍड झाले का फोर्थ वन साठी तो इथं जाणार का परत पेअर करणार हे डिपेंड करतं नेचर ऑफ लिगँड. म्हणजे हलाइड्स असतील तर तो वरती जाणार, पण सायनाइड असेल स्ट्रॉंग लिगँड असेल तर तो इथे येणार, कारण स्ट्रॉंग लिगँड असेल तर तो स्प्लिटिंग वाढवतो, हा एनर्जी डिफरन्स वाढवतो. पेअरिंग कमी असते म्हणून इलेक्ट्रॉनचं पेअरिंग होऊन जातं. पण हॅलोजन्स असतील तर हॅलोजन्समध्ये पेअरिंगची एनर्जी कमी असते आणि जास्त असते आणि ही एनर्जी कमी असते, म्हणून जो फोर्थ वन इलेक्ट्रॉन जो इथं आला पुढच्या एक्झाम्पल्समध्ये येईल तर तो इथं जाणार, not a going to paired. So 3 are compulsory fill up into T2G, but fourth one is going to T star or enter into T2G is depends on nature of ligand. की nature of ligand वर ते डिपेंड करतं. मग हॅलोजन्स असतील तर तो वरती जाणार कारण की वीक फील्ड असणार, पण सायनाइड असेल स्ट्रॉंग फील्ड असेल तर तो पेअरिंग करणार. हा फक्त चेंज असणार आहे, बाकी सगळ्या गोष्टी काय असणार आहे सेम असणार आहे. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट दी टिटॅनियम complex. So there is a one unpaired electron, that means complex is paramagnetic. So complex is paramagnetic. This way we distribute electrons here, and using this we can calculate magnetic moment. Also there is a bonding molecular orbital, that means here is a overlapping of atomic orbitals with each of the metal and ligand. There is a formation of covalent bond. This thing is not explained in CFT. In CFT, because CFT only think about this d orbitals, not about the metal S and metal P, not about the ligand orbitals. That's why there is some limitations. But MOT overcome that limitation. Yes, in coordination complexes covalent bond also exists, and MOT prove here. Covalent bonding exists in coordination complexes. We're going to next one. Next example is the next complex we're going to discuss, COF6. मी डायग्राम तीच ठेवतो पुन्हा काढण्यापेक्षा, बट जस्ट इलेक्ट्रॉन्स मी काढून टाकतो. एक गोष्ट लक्षात ठेवा की इथे 12 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स 100% इन एनी कॉम्प्लेक्स, कोणतेही कॉम्प्लेक्स असू द्या 12 इलेक्ट्रॉन असतीलच. का? मेटलची सिस्टीम D0 असेल एखादा मेटल कॉम्प्लेक्स की ज्याच्या D मध्ये इलेक्ट्रॉन्स नाही तरी 12 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इथे लागतात आणि लिगँड 12 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स डोनेट करतो, म्हणून हे 12 कम्प्लिटली असणार. फक्त चेंज काय होणार, इथून वरती चेंज होणार आहे की मेटलकडे किती इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आहेत त्याच्यावर डिपेंड करेल. मेटलकडे एकही इलेक्ट्रॉन नसेल तरी बॉन्डिंग होणार, कारण 12 लागतात इथे इलेक्ट्रॉनची रिक्वायरमेंट आहे आणि 12 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हे लिगँडकडे डोनेट केले गेलेले आहेत. ओके, नेक्स्ट एक्झाम्पल इज COF6 3-. COF6 3 minus. So cobalt, atomic number 27, electronic configuration AR 3D 4s2 3D 7, 3D 7. Here cobalt has plus 3 oxidation, it is a minus 3, minus 6, so here is a plus 3. So cobalt exists in plus 3 oxidation state, that means 3 electrons are lost, so 24 electrons are remains. So AR, so 2 electron lost from 4s and the third one lost from 3D, so 3D has only 6 electron, 4s has 0 electron, so here system is D6 system. So total 6 electrons from metal, ligand gives 12 electrons, metal gives 6 electrons, so total 18 electrons. How many total? 18 electrons. And you know, out of total 18 electrons, 12 always occupied in bonding molecular orbitals, which are A1G, T1U and EG. So only remaining 6 electrons, how they occupied here, we are going to discuss it. Okay, so metal has how many electrons? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and here is the 6. Always ligand has 12 electrons, there is no change here. Ligand has 12 electrons, metal has 6 electrons, so total 18 electrons. You fill up from this side from bottom. The first is here, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So how many remaining? 6 electrons are remaining. 12, 11, 13, 14 and 15. 12, 14, 15. So other electrons, where are the other electrons? So metal from 6, 12 are here. 12, 13, 14, 15. So just a minute. Okay. How many electrons are remaining? 6 electrons are remaining. 1, 2, 3. Where is the fourth one? And where? Okay. So fourth one is going to pair, or fourth one goes in EG star. Look at here. Fluorine. So we refer the crystal field theory, spectrochemical series for the splitting purposes, because you know halogens are weak field and cyanide and carbon monoxide and some ligands are strong field. If ligand is weak field, then either here is a splitting energy, pairing energy is more than delta, that's why delta energy is lower, means fourth one electron goes in EG. फोर्थ वन कुठे जाणार? इथं. फिफ्थ वन कुठे जाणार? इथं. आता परत 6 खाली येणार. परत 6 कुठे येणार? खाली येणार. जे स्प्लिटिंग आहे स्ट्रॉंग आणि वीक फील्डचं ते इथं होणार. इथंपर्यंत 12 इलेक्ट्रॉन डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करायचे आहेत. 12 इथं झाले. रिमेनिंग 6 कुठे होणार? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because of ligand is weak, pairing energy is more as compared to delta. Weak ligand असेल तर, आणि जर ligand स्ट्रॉंग असता तर पेअरिंग एनर्जी कमी असती आणि डेल्टा एनर्जी जास्त असती. त्यावेळेस काय केलं असतं? 4th, 5th आणि 6 इथं स्पेड झाले असते. जे पुढचं एक्झाम्पल बघणार आहेत आपण. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट दी COF6 3 minus. Here 4 unpaired electrons. 4 electrons unpaired. If 4 electrons unpaired, complex is paramagnetic. Complex is paramagnetic. Okay, so complex is paramagnetic due to 4 electrons. So this is a high spin complex because high number of electrons are unpaired. So complex is high spin complex. You can comment. The complex is high spin, complex is paramagnetic because presence of 4 unpaired electrons. So this way you can, it is just in short, but in a notes I already provided the things in a detail. So you read the notes, you read the book, see the video, and then try to understand and do the practice how to draw the energy level diagram. And you can use different complexes which are, you already have a lot of complexes, examples in a whole chapters. Number of chapters you have number of complexes. जेवढे complexes आहे तुम्ही कोणतेही complex try करू शकतात. आणि इथं विदाउट सिग्मा बॉन्डिंग त्याचं स्प्लिटिंग दाखवू शकतो आपण. निकेल कॉम्प्लेक्स घ्या, Fe कॉम्प्लेक्स घ्या, कोबाल्ट कॉम्प्लेक्स घ्या, कॉपर कॉम्प्लेक्स घ्या, 6 कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबरचं कोणतेही कॉम्प्लेक्स यूज करून तुम्ही डायग्राम काढू शकतात. ओके. लास्ट एक्झाम्पल इज CO CN6 3 minus. Again it is cobalt complex, but what is the difference? In cobalt complex, in that complex cyanide is the ligand, in first complex Fe is the ligand. Okay, so here cobalt electronic configuration AR 3D6 4S, sorry 3D7 4S2. Cobalt has again +3 oxidation state, so here 3D6 4S0 means D6 is the system. So metal giving 6 electrons, ligand 12 electrons, so total 18 electrons. Again same thing, what only change is nature of ligand. Nature of ligand is changed. In first case there is a Fe, fluorine, and here is a cyanide. Okay, so total 18 electrons. So 12 electrons we fill up to this. We have remaining same thing here 6 electron, 12 electrons, first 12 enter here. Change is here. So 12 is here up to this. We have 6 remaining. First, second, third. So due to cyanide, this splitting gap is larger as compared to pairing energy. That means it is a strong field condition, and if strong field condition, the electrons are paired here, not occupied in anti-bonding molecular orbital. So this is the electronic presentation of CO CN6 3 minus. So you can see here all the electrons are paired. That means complex is dimagnetic. Complex is dimagnetic, and there is no spin here because of all are spin paired. You can mention here it is the low spin complex. Low spin complex. हे काय असणार आहे? Low spin complex असणार आहे. So this is all about the 3 examples. The one more example is given in book which is already solved. This is the NH3 ligand is there. You solve it using same way, and also try to solve other complexes which are given in book, not in a given chapter but in VBT, in CFT. There is a lot of example, coordination complexes are given. You choose any one, try to solve using this way, and then find out is it complex is diamagnetic or paramagnetic, what is the magnetic moment value you can calculate. Here is a 0, but in last case there is a 4.90 Bohr magneton is the magnetic moment because there are 4 unpaired electrons. Okay, again you can comment is it complex is low spin or high spin. Okay, so low spin complex, high spin complex. So using on the basis of that you can also distinguish is it outer inner orbital complexes, because we already have the differences high spin, low spin, inner orbital, outer orbital, spin pair, spin free. So this way you can basically it is the inner orbital complexes, and last one is outer orbital complexes, high spin complex, low spin complex. So this way there is a comparison, same metal ion is given but ligand is different. So you can try the different complexes which are given in exercise. जेवढे तुम्हाला जेही एक्झाम्पल वाटत असेल ते तुम्ही ट्राय करा. Try to draw this energy level diagram more and more time. Do the practice. कारण हीच डायग्राम जर नाही जमली, ऑर्डर माहिती नसेल तर तुमची डायग्राम रॉंग असू शकते, आणि रॉंग झाली तर येत असून पण तुम्हाला 0 मार्क. जस्ट ऑर्डर इज डिफरंट, देर इज अ 0 मार्क्स फॉर दिस एक्झाम्पल. 4 मार्क्सला हे एक्झाम्पल विचारलं जातं, and it required only 5 minutes to solve it. Very easier to solve. So this way we have completed all these things about this molecular energy level diagram. Also explain the 2-3 complexes. So the remaining complexes you try. In next lecture we are going to solve the complexes which having the pi bonding. Here we discuss the pi bond without pi bonding. In next lecture we are going to discuss with the pi bonding. So how we explain the complexes? So there is only some complexes which shows pi bonding between the metal and ligand. We're going to discuss it in next lecture. So we stop here today.